when things break down. I'm the ranch turned king of Middletown. Old cars, new tricks of implicated. Ed Rudy, the Dabbling Mechanic.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. I'm Ed Rooney, the Dabbling Mechanic. Time to spring back into action. Do some work on this El Camino. I cleaned up a lot, as I always do. A pretty good little cleaner. Alright, we got this long block. We're just going to throw all of the various accoutrements onto it. All the fixins. Let's see here. What do we got? Oh, we got a carburetor, right? Some people would put this on last, but we could put it on first. Empty vacuum port there on the back. That should be great. Timing chain cover. And then you got water pump. Whoa, there's 4 bolts for the timing chain cover and 5 for the water pump. You think that's a conspiracy? Do you think there's 6 bolts on the next part? Spoiler alert. There's not. Okay, yeah, I got that one. I'm doing terrific. Oh, hey now. I thought somebody had the foresight to mount that. I would have thought that person was a pretty smart little cookie. Thermostat housing. What better way to house your thermostat than with a brand new... Uh-oh. I dropped our ignition coil. We've all been there, right? Distributor. This is a terrific little engine. It's going to do a great job for our beloved client. We're giving him a fuel pump, oil filter, the works. Oh. Do. Hell, put an alternator on, why not? Big money, no whammies. I'll stick this on in a second. Right now we're going to put this on. Did we already put plugs in here? We did not put the spark plugs in. Okay, that's fine. We can handle that. We can handle 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will need our spark plug tool. Look at that. Wow. Excellence personified. Right now an explosion goes off and that song, Simply the Best by Tina Turner, starts playing. That's Tina Turner, right? Bam. Just like that. Okay, I stuck the other 4 in without making you suffer through it. By the way, we got some replacement parts for this frame. We're going to put these in after this engine is done. And we're actually going to send that frame over to Johnny's Grind and Shine to get blasted and powder coated. It's going to be one of the greatest experiences of your life witnessing that. To me, it's old hat. To you, prepare to have your mind blown. All right. Do. Okay, a couple little bolts there. One little air filter. One little top. Bam. Let me show you how it's done. Look at this. One. And you always got to take a little break. Let everything kind of acclimate. And get that starter. We do have these bolts too. You never want to do just half of your bell housing bolts. All right, alternator and fuel line hooked up. We are good. We'll need fluids and we need exhaust. And mechanically, then this truck is done. And we've got most of the trim already gathered in the office. I'll prove it to you. I know a lot of people don't believe me. But we ordered all this stuff from Jean-Luc. This might actually be every single thing we need. You know, while we're in here, let's take this and install it. Why not? A lot of people thought I wouldn't. But gotta get up under the dashboard for this, don't we? Can't squeeze into these spots like I used to. Okay, well, glad we knocked that out. Hey, let's get another part. I just want that windshield wiper motor. Like new. Bam. Oh, brought the old lad out of storage. You know, I have hardly touched this car since I finished restoring my BART, so I think we're going to send this on down the road. I'm just going to give it a once-over, make sure the thing's tip-top. And then we'll list it for sale. Alright, I'm just going to swap out these damaged parts. And then we'll get this thing on its way to blasting. Okay, and we got... This frame rail is in such bad shape. Couldn't be saved, couldn't be repaired, must be replaced. I mean, you can see just huge chunks of it gone, rotted away. This thing was a real danger. Got this rear rail, or cross member. Get rid of this. Get this new one on. And, man, I mean, we're a good portion of the way there. This cross member was also shot. Hello, I know you want to go home. Where did it go? Right up here. Okay, let's finish bolting this in. I'm going to be doing so much bolting, you're going to be calling me Michael. Was that not... Oh, it was the transfer case mount that was actually the problem. Ordered the wrong part. It happens. $100? Damn. Just crawl around on the floor to the other side. And we're just like that. We moved on with that project. This thing's going to look sharp. Oh, this is actually the good stuff. I don't want to mix in some rotten and frame rails. Oh, so much junk. Okay, we got all the trim and lights laid out. Everything we can snap on or screw on. Then we'll have to swap out to our trusty wrench and do a couple more parts. And we'll be just about done. Haven't done the fluids yet. Or the exhaust. Okay, so a couple more things after this. But nothing to worry your pretty little heads about. It'll all get done. Coolant and oil are good. I almost forgot brake fluid. We'll get some brake fluid in there. Do we have any already open? We don't. We got a rack of it, though. Because we are well prepared for any situation that comes our way. And let's take this thing for a test drive. Let's see if it's going to start. Good. We got electricity. That's a good sign. It's a good first sign. Huh. Oh. Oops. Does anybody know what the problem is? I think that I do. Yeah. Alright, well. I'll have to order that. Common problem, common mistake, easy to overlook. Imagine you're having your car restored and you go to pick it up and the guy's like, oh, I forgot the gas tank. No big deal. I think you'd be heading for the hills. Alright. Yeah! Oh. As I've said multiple times, we have not put the exhaust in. Alright, let's go get some exhaust. Ooh, look at those brake lights. Yeah. We fixed those. Installed those? Created those? I don't know, whatever. Whatever credit you want to give. Alright, 100% done. We threw some exhaust in. There's your proof. And even got license plates, so with our Jesse gone, we dragged this old cab in here. We're going to completely strip this because it's going to go to the sandblaster when they're done with the frame, along with all this. We actually need to gather up any other body parts that are missing, and we'll send them over there too. Yeah, this thing's in pretty bad shape. We're going to have to replace her. I'm not holding on to this taillight. We'll send that over to everyone's real good buddy, Steve. Does this window come out? It sure does. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? That would be a silly question. Ever so silly. So much glass. I'm not hanging on to these. If we want them, we'll get fresh ones. I don't think we want them, though. Alright, let's grab the old wrench. Yeah, well, I was gonna say, the whole door's coming off, but that doesn't mean it doesn't need to be gutted. Oh, there's nothing inside her. Alright. Okay, let's just squeeze in here. Gonna need a screwdriver for the dashboard, but the rest of this should pop right out with our... Oh, what the heck? Are we levitating? Have we become magician? Well, that seat is crusty. Okay. You ever go to pick something up off the floor and you end up lifting up the whole place? God knows I have. Alright. That's junk removal. Alright, let's get a screwdriver. Well, let's get the screwdriver. The only one that matters is the one that's in my hand, making the magic happen. This is junk. Let's go into the scrap heap. And... Alright. This thing will get sent to the blaster. Come back in a nice coat of epoxy primer, ready for us to do our magic on. Lift with your legs, not with your back. Thrust those hips. Lock out the buttocks. I don't know. Is that lifting advice? Okay. Let's see. So we do need a fender, an inner fender. Of course. Whoa. We need a lot more stuff than I thought. That's fine. We'll get it all together. Well, we had the camera crew here earlier. They were filming an episode, and I'm just going to be honest. They pulled a pretty major boner on the deal. So they got no video. This is the chassis for the B200 we're working on. I assembled this earlier. And yeah, it didn't get recorded. Well, technically, they left the lens cap on, so it's just black. The vidya. This is all the body parts we gathered. They were sandblasted and sprayed with this epoxy primer. Did a little body work on this one. This is all ready to go to paint now, but we're going to assemble it to test fit it. I'll go over the chassis with you. So Johnny, from Johnny's Grind and Shine, he sandblasted the frame, powder coated it red, which is going to be the body color. I built this diesel motor. Got the transmission. We got the rear... We got everything. This is 100% done. And you didn't get to see it because someone queered the whole system. Sorry about that. Let's throw this body together. Oh, also, I dragged in our next project, which I'll introduce you to in a minute. Okay, I don't know where our backup wrench is. This is my favorite. I know we have a main wrench there, then we have our custom wrenches here, but I always go to the backup. Okay. Tell me what you think about the progress we've made here, even though you didn't get to see it. Tough one to get to. Oh, I don't see the tailgate. I must have left it over at Johnny's. That's alright. It's not far. Okay, we got one. This is a 6-bolt gimmick here. 2, 3. That's halfway there. We're a little bit more than living on a prayer now. We're living on praise and admiration that we're getting from our peers. Let's see. We got the inner fenders and outer fender. Outer. Already assembled. I did that earlier. You didn't get to see it. It's your loss. Not mine, because I lived it. I'm actually living through it again right now. I did disassemble this so you could see all of the action. That's kind of a normal process in building an old truck. A lot of assembly and disassembly and adjustment and modification. Okay. And this is just a couple zips. A zip and a rip. Custom hood we got here. Gonna look pretty sharp, I feel. And, oops. Please don't close on my hand. Magic hoodaroo. So that's the B200. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Oh, I'm gonna go get that tailgate and I'll be back. Alright, we're getting back. Got the tailgate loaded. Oh, there's our next project. I'll introduce you to that in a moment. Gonna be your new best friend. But first, let's install this. Oh! You ever get excited and just run headlong into your project vehicle? And that is it for body panels. This thing is ready for paint, which we're going to do at the paint booth. And this is our next big project. A lad, a fellow named Lorenzo, brought this in. He wants to do a vintage style drag car out of this, which is cool. I've built a couple of those in the past. Lads, well, I've never done a wagon. I've done the coupe. Alright, let's get this floorboard lined up and welded in. Okay, all new floors. That's a pretty good start. It's getting late. Tomorrow we'll get back onto the B200. How you doing there, dear? We're gonna get this truck painted. I like that dress. What are you, on the Partridge Family? Oh my goodness, look at that. What does everyone think of this? Oh yes, indeed. This is quite lovely. Well, let's tow her back to the shop. I'm sorry you guys missed out on the chassis building. It was spectacular. I'm going to include some of this more banal content to make up for it, like the buffing. A lot of people ask for this. When I say a lot, I might be exaggerating. It's been, I think so far we're at 0. But what can you do, right? Next week we'll finish this thing up. Full assembly. Test drive. The whole gimmick. Just better than you've ever seen it done. Oh, we should try to get that roof, huh? Huh. Well, I seem to not be able to jump anymore, but... Nope. 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 Anyway, I'll get to that later. For now, though, I'm Ed Rooney, and I'm out of here.